What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video on the day where Liverpool can officially become Premier League champions for the first time in 30 years, because if Chelsea get either a win or a draw against Manchester City tonight, then Liverpool will be officially Premier League champions. The 30-year wait could be over tonight, so I will be reporting on the Chelsea-Man City game later tonight, and also a new Liverpool career mode episode is coming, so this is going to be an epic day on my channel. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video if you are excited. And this video is about Marco Asensio, because a Spanish publication came out with a report that Liverpool have tabled an official bid for Marco Asensio in the region of £50 million, because Jurgen Klopp sees Marco Asensio as a player who could replace Salah or Mane when they eventually leave Liverpool in like 2 or 3 years. Marco Asensio has just come back from an ACL injury which he suffered in pre-season, but before that he has great numbers, so we will take a look at his career so far and also the report itself. So the report says that Jurgen Klopp sees Marco Asensio as a key part to the future of this Liverpool team, because Marco Asensio is a fantastic footballer. He is a winger who can play in centre attacking midfield as well. He's only 24 years old, so he's a lot younger than Mane and Salah, and regularly he has been playing for Real Madrid before this ACL injury, but when he came back already for Real Madrid, and he already scored a goal in 3 games, and last season he got 6 goals in 44 games, but some of those games were as a substitute. But before that he had 11 and 10 goals, and Marco Asensio is famous for scoring absolutely outrageous, spectacular goals. If you go on YouTube and just check Marco Asensio's best goals, you know what I'm talking about. He is a brilliant player and would be a fantastic addition to this Liverpool team. The good news about Marco Asensio is that he absolutely fully recovered from his ACL injury, and he is playing in top form again for Real Madrid. And at the moment he is on Jurgen Klopp's and Liverpool's radar, because Jurgen Klopp, apparently according to this report, is absolutely in love with the Spanish player and his technical abilities and his goal scoring abilities, and Jurgen Klopp sees Marco Asensio as a key member of the Liverpool team going forward, and it could give Liverpool another style, another different playing style with a different legacy and a different characteristics than what they have been showing recently. And Jurgen Klopp knows that Asensio has a terrific technique, he has great dribbling skills, his ball handling, his ball control and his playing style would fit perfectly into Liverpool, and he also could offer Liverpool something a little bit different up front. With maybe Salah and Mane are like not the most easy on the eye players in terms of they don't do a lot of skill moves. They are just very effective. They run at the defenders, they go past them with 1 or 2 skills. But Asensio is a player who can dribble like a crazy silky smooth footballer. So Marco Asensio was worth around £90 million before the whole financial crisis hit. So it looks like he's worth about half as much, and this Liverpool see this time as the perfect opportunity to go in and buy Asensio, because now we are actually getting a bargain. If we are going for Asensio, we could get him for like almost half the price that he would normally cost in a normal transfer market. So it looks like, according to the reports, that Liverpool are putting down around 60 million euros, which is around 54 million pounds. And yes, some journalists are saying that Liverpool don't have enough money right now, but the report says that because Jurgen Klopp sees Asensio as a very important player in Liverpool's future, the owners are willing to sanction a lot of player sales. So for example, we are selling Dejan Lovren, Harry Wilson, Marco Grujic, Shaqiri, and other players. We are also letting Lallana go, so his wages will be off the wage bill, and Liverpool could generate easily that 55 million pounds that they need for the Marco Asensio transfer. So we could effectively break even, so sell players, to buy Marco Asensio. That's the strategy of the Liverpool owners, according to the report. Because Jurgen Klopp knows that Liverpool have to keep buying and keep buying great players if they want to stay at the top of European football, and if they want to stay at the top in the Premier League. Liverpool need to keep strengthening. We can't stand still in a football business where everyone is moving forward, maybe a little bit slower than usual now, because many clubs have financial constraints, including Liverpool. But I think one player Liverpool could sign in the transfer window, and Marco Asensio definitely fits the bill. And it has been revealed that one of the main reasons why Liverpool pulled out of the Timo Werner transfer negotiation is that Timo Werner is on £270,000 per week at Chelsea, which is like £1 million a month. On top of that, the agent of Timo Werner is getting like £12 million in a signing bonus as well. So overall, it is an absolutely humongous deal that Chelsea could afford, because they sold Eden Hazard and Alvaro Morata very recently for big money, and they couldn't spend that money because of their transfer ban. So they can justify spending it on Timo Werner, and also they need a world-class attacker. But Liverpool, I think Marco Asensio's wages would be maybe half of that. I don't think he would want £250,000 per week wages. So Marco Asensio would definitely be a lot cheaper option for Liverpool than Timo Werner. You just don't look just at the transfer fee, but also look at the wages, look at the signing bonus for the agents and everything. And Mundo Deportivo, another Spanish newspaper, is claiming that Jurgen Klopp tried to sign Asensio last summer, but Real Madrid's valuation of like 100 million euros was just a little bit too much for Liverpool, and in the end Liverpool decided he wasn't worth that amount, and I fully agree, he isn't worth 100 million. But for 50-60 million euros, that's like 50 million pounds, I think he could be worth it. And he recently had a comeback game at Real Madrid where he came on against Valencia, and in just 16 minutes he scored a goal and set up another, and Real Madrid won the game, and he got 1 goal and 1 assist in that 16-minute cameo, which is absolutely fantastic. And he is already a winner. He won La Liga with Real Madrid, he won the Champions League twice, the Super Cup twice, the Club World Cup 3 times, and also he won the Spanish Super Cup as well, and he also won the Under-19 European Championship with Spain and the Under-21 European Championship. He finished second. They lost the final for the Under-21 Championship, but that's just an indication that he's part of a great generation of Spanish footballers. And Jose Enrique, the former Liverpool left-back, said that Liverpool have to keep spending if they want to remain at the top of the Premier League and the European football. You have to keep spending if you are Liverpool. It's very difficult bringing people in with this starting lineup that Liverpool have right now, knowing that they are going to be a substitute from the start. But that is the key for Liverpool to keep winning things in the next few years. They need to strengthen the squad, because when one of the starting lineup players doesn't play, you feel the difference. To win titles is very difficult, but to win them every single year is even harder at Jose Enrique, and he continued more so in the Premier League. You can see with Chelsea, they have already spent so much money signing 2 players, Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner, for next season, so they are going to try to be there at the top of the Premier League. Manchester City already have an amazing team. Manchester United are probably going to sign some big players because they want to get up there again. And Ronnie Rosenthal, another former Liverpool player, commented on the fact that Liverpool haven't won the title for 30 years. He said, "It's insane. It's impossible for Liverpool not to win that league for 30 years. I would never have imagined this. It's crazy. I came to Liverpool at the time when they were dominating. You understood that if they didn't win the league for 1 or 2 seasons, it was okay, because you knew they were going to win it again sooner or later. But then it was another year, another 3, another 5. It was too long. Times changed, and Liverpool stayed with the style of the 1980s in the 1990s, and that was not sufficient to win the league. The direction of football changed. They needed to adapt, and it has taken them 30 years. It's really a shame. You want to come out and celebrate winning it for the first time, but you cannot do it in the normal way. Unfortunately, because of the virus, it is not going to happen, but hopefully there will be many more times to celebrate, and maybe next year or the next 2 years. Hopefully they will find a vaccine and life will go back to normal very soon. They really deserve it, Liverpool. And he's right. It's a shame that for the first time in 30 years, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League, and the fans can't be in the stadium to celebrate with the players, and also there can't be an open-top trophy parade straight after winning the Premier League title. The Liverpool fans deserve it, but we have to wait for that. Probably next season, when this situation has cleared up, hopefully Liverpool can host an open-top bus parade around Liverpool to celebrate actually the Premier League title, because I would actually travel to Liverpool to take part in that. That would be absolutely amazing. And what I found very interesting is that Jamie Carragher compared Jurgen Klopp to the late great Bill Shankly, one of the biggest legends, legendary managers at Liverpool Football Club. This is what Carragher said. Like Shankly, the supporters look to what Klopp says about every situation, and he always finds the right words to say. Jurgen claims he doesn't prepare what he's going to say, but I don't know if I believe him. He has a great ability to communicate. He has this special quality to say the right thing. He brings people with him, makes people believe in him. Throughout the pandemic, he didn't ever say anything that crossed the line. It wasn't ever about wanting Liverpool to win the league and not being worried about what the world was going through. Although he was so close, he always said the right words, not only for Liverpool fans, but for football. Klopp can be very funny, but on the flip side, when something serious happens, it feels like he's the go-to manager for the Premier League. He always nails what needs to be said and how people are feeling, and that's absolutely correct. I mean, Jurgen Klopp came out with some great statements during these last 3 very trying months. And Mohamed Salah just declared that this is the right time for Liverpool to win the Premier League title finally. He said, "I feel great." After the Crystal Palace game, "Since I came here, I said I wanted to win the Premier League title with this Liverpool team. The city didn't win it for a long time, so it was the right time." I mean, he means the city of Liverpool, obviously. Maybe last year we had a chance to win it, but Man City also performed really well, and they deserved to win. It's our time to win it, and it's great. We had a great performance against Crystal Palace. All the players were unbelievable. I'm happy about the result. Looking forward to the next 2 games. I think all the players are motivated. Everyone is motivated in his way, but everyone is motivated to win the league. We showed a lot, if not everything, which helped us into the position we are in, he said. "Before this part of the season, I said I wanted to see the best behind closed doors football ever." That's what Jurgen Klopp said, and I don't know if we had that, but for sure it was the best counter-pressing behind closed doors ever. I just love that about Jurgen Klopp. The attitude, the passion we showed was sensational, and we played some outstanding football. Usually in my job I have to calm things down and say we can improve, but that's not important tonight. We showed our supporters the respect they deserve, that we can play like they are here even when they are not. Yes, they can push us to incredible things, and without them it is nothing. I never missed them more than I did tonight, the fans. Imagine this game in front of 50,000 people, the emotions that would have been in the stadium. It would have been incredible. And yeah, it's true, it's a shame that we didn't get to have fans in the stadium, but that's the situation we are in right now. And Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp are trying to make the best of the situation, and I really admire that. And Danny Murphy, who is also a pundit and a former Liverpool player as well, has debated whether Liverpool will rest players after they won the Premier League title officially. And he doesn't see a great argument for resting players. If they were in the Champions League or Liverpool, I would understand resting players more. But if Mo Salah, and if I'm Mo Salah and I'm going for the Golden Boot, or Mane or Trent on track to challenge for the record of most assists in a Premier League season, I would be knocking on Jurgen Klopp's door saying, I want to play these last few games. You want to be a part of the greatest team in Premier League history. And that's the thing, it's not Jurgen Klopp's style. He just wants to win every game, and he's only looking at the next game. And yes, maybe we will give 1 or 2 young players more playing time than usual, but I don't see Liverpool resting like half of their starting 11. Maybe what we will do is maybe start one game with one or two youth players, like maybe Curtis Jones will get a start in one of the games, Neco Williams could get a start in another game, Harvey Elliott could get a start in the third game, but I just don't see this, that Liverpool would just rest players for the sake of it, because we have nothing to rest players for. We are not in another competition, sadly. We are out of the Champions League, we are out of the FA Cup, so I just don't see it that Liverpool would rest players. And Jurgen Klopp also confirmed that he will watch the Chelsea-Manchester City game, but not because he wants to see if Liverpool win the Premier League by Chelsea getting a result. He said this: I will not watch it to prepare a celebration or anything, but because we play against Man City a week later and we play Chelsea later in this season as well, so this game is important to watch for plenty of reasons. Whatever happens tomorrow, we cannot influence. I'm pretty sure that when we play City, it is a must watch for each football fan on this planet. Whatever it is decided or not, it will be two really good teams facing each other. It will be pretty interesting, to be honest. And Robbie Fowler said a worrying thing. He is of course another Liverpool legend and former Liverpool player. He said that Sadio Mane and Mo Salah will generate transfer talk around them just because of the great form that they are in. I mean, Salah is on 17 goals, he's joined second in the top scorers chart, he's very close to Jamie Vardy now, he's off form. So if Salah can keep scoring goals, he could end up with his third straight golden boot, his third straight top scorer award, and it would be fitting because Liverpool will win the Premier League. So for Liverpool to have a player as the top scorer in the league as well would be fantastic, and Mane has 15 goals as well. So they are both having outstanding seasons, and Robbie Fowler said this: good players ultimately get linked with top European clubs. For a player to come into this Liverpool team, it's going to be hard to make them any better because they are a really good side. Where I would like to see them build is think of the game against Everton where they probably struggled on the left hand side. James Milner will never ever let you down, him coming into that left back position, but if Andy Robertson gets injured again and does have a dip in form, I think we just need someone to cover Robertson just to strengthen the squad. I'm sure when the title is won, I think Jurgen will probably go for records. He will want to get over 100 points. He will want to remain unbeaten for the remaining matches. Having seen the performance against Crystal Palace, I've got a little sneaky feeling that it will be hard for any team to stop them. I think that will be Jurgen's thoughts as much as he will give a few kids a little go. I'm not sure they will start or play a large number of games remaining. I think he will try to go for maximum points, and that's the thing. That's the thing with Jurgen Klopp. He will want to have the maximum output for the rest of the games. And also Trent Alexander-Arnold hinted that he wants to stay at Liverpool for the rest of his career. He wants to become a Jamie Carragher or a Steven Gerrard at Liverpool. This is what he said after the Crystal Palace game, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I want every trophy to win at Liverpool, and I want as many of them as possible. I remember Alex Inglethorpe breaking it down into a thought process that I've never stopped thinking about since. It was when I was around 18, and he asked me, when do you retire? Maybe when you are 34 or 35. That's 17 years. So you've only got 17 attempts to win the Premier League, 17 attempts to win the Champions League or any other trophy. As much as you think that's a long time, the reality is you get only 17 tries, and there will be failure, which is natural, and that will reduce that number. I've been in the senior team fully for 3 seasons, Trent continued. The first try ended in a Champions League final defeat. The second, we missed the title but by 1 point, but we became champions of Europe. And this season we are about to win the Premier League. So I'm already thinking I've only got 14 more chances. Even though you can play hundreds of games, the fact is you only get a few attempts at winning silverware, winning trophies. I really pour everything into each season and focus on the here and now. It doesn't have to think about the future. and winning 5 or 6 trophies or whatever, because you are then losing sight of the opportunity of what's in front of you to do something really special. I know that if you get into that relentless habit with a great team, a great manager and a great support structure, the chances will automatically be maximized of winning as many trophies as possible. And that's a fantastic interview by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's the perfect way to end this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye.